red light's on. Guys, how are we doing today? It is Rafael Feliciano with Sizzle SWFL Restaurant Week, and if you're watching this video, we have an amazing selection. We have a great restaurant that we're about to review and preview with the food, the drinks, all-encompassing Restaurant Week. That's May 31st to June 13th. I can't even tell you how good this food is. We've already started tasting it. If you see the video that Anthony's doing right now, holding the camera, we've already started eating some of the food. We are at Agave, Naples. It is authentic Mexican cuisine here in the heart of Naples off Vanderbilt Beach Road. Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. It has a $1 from every meal sold is benefiting our Sizzle SWFL Food and Beverage Scholarship. And guys, this is why we're here. Looking at this food, looking at the selection, going to places you've never been to, places that you might have been thinking about going to. Maybe you've never even heard some of these restaurants, but Restaurant Week is going to bring you out here for an awesome discounted price to taste all these restaurants. So if you're watching the video, like it, share it, love it. We're here live at Agave, Naples on Vanderbilt Beach Road. Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. And we've worked with tons of great charities. We've worked with the St. Matthew's House and Boys and Girls Club and the Humane Societies. But this year, we have something even more special. We started our own Sizzle SWFL FGCU Food and Beverage Scholarship. And we do it, why? Because we deal with so many restaurants that the number one thing that we hear all the time, restaurants need help. Back of house, front of house, servers, cooks, managers. Hotel and resorts need concierges. They need, staff. And this is our way of giving back to the community and helping local high school graduates that are graduating here in Southwest Florida. That's the requirements. You're a local high school graduate. You're enrolled to FGCU. You want to go into the resort and hospitality program, and you want a future. You want a job. You want placement. And our scholarship is helping those kids find a future with all the wonderful restaurants that we've worked with. And when we dine out during Restaurant Week, you're dining with purpose. We're using the hashtag Dine with Purpose. So every time you take photos of this amazing food, when you're tagging your friends, use Dine with Purpose. Because every time you dine, you're fulfilling a philanthropy. You're fulfilling a scholarship. It's going towards a kid in need. Last spring, we had 50 restaurants, and we did 31,000 covers. In theory, that'd be $30,000. This year, we have 71 restaurants. That could be a lot of money. We could be making a huge difference for someone here in the Southwest Florida area. But I'm going to stop talking. We're going to talk all about the food. And we have some awesome people that we'd like to introduce. We have General Manager, the Executive Chef of Agave Naples. How are you?
I'm really good. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Chef. Hello. How are you? Well, we'll start here. We'll get close. So tell everyone who you are.
My name is Holly, and I am the General Manager here at Agave.
Holly, listen. This is my personal, and everyone knows I eat out at a lot of restaurants. But this is my first time here, and overwhelmed with the hospitality, the service, the food. But for those that don't know Agave, what makes Agave so special?
What they don't know about Agave is two really important things: hospitality heart and scratch kitchen. Those two things are what really make Agave the better Mexican choice in Naples.
The better Mexican choice in Naples.
Absolutely.
And when you say scratch kitchen, what does that mean to some people?
That means that in the morning, every morning, those women are in our back making fresh salsa. Not from a box or a can, but from a container of tomatoes that came off the farm and hit the grill. That's how we start our days here. Wow. And it starts really early to put out this food in the evening.
Wow. Guys, if you're tuning in, we're at Agave Naples. We're doing a pre-tasting, pre-sampling of Restaurant Week. It's May 31st to June 13th. It's presented by the Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs. Also, one of the sponsors is the Greg Norman Collection. Big shout out to Don Kurtz over there at Greg Norman, the Greg Norman shops at Miramar Outlets. And listen, you're looking at amazing food. We're talking with Holly. We're here with Chef, and I'm actually going to bring Chef in right now. Chef, listen, thank you. Thank you. I want to shake your hand. Thank you for this amazing spread. Let everyone know who you are.
My name is Jim Sleep, and I'm kind of new to Agave, but I'm the chef they brought into Agave, and I'm very excited to.
Where were you from before?
I worked at Angelina's for the last year.
Sister Restaurant, Angelina's
Yep.
Sister's Restaurant. Amazing food, amazing quality.
Yeah,
And you basically just putting it over here, right?
that's right. And teaming up with Holly, general manager, and looking forward to cooking some really good fresh food.
Yeah, you've got some fans already. Brian Reeder says, "Hey, Jim."
Guys, if you're watching the video, just like we have Anthony, our camera guy, he's also an FGCU student, interning with us, helping us out. Like the video, share the video. If any comments, any questions, we have an extensive layout in front of us right now, so there's gonna be enough time. I have a margarita, so when the camera's down, we're gonna see how far this margarita goes. Holly, I had a question. This is your first time doing Restaurant Week. Why? I mean, we've known each other since your prior restaurant days. Why now come on board? What has it taken to get to this point?
Restaurant Week is formidable now. It is solid. It is doing everything right, and we want to be a part of it.
That's awesome. And we've grown. I mean, for those that don't know, Restaurant Week, we started at the end of 2015. We started with 20-something restaurants. We're now at 70-plus restaurants.
71?
All 71. Look at that. 71 restaurants all across Southwest Florida, from Marco Island to Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita. But here, we are here in Naples. We're at Agave. Chef, we got to start on the food somewhere. I mean, I know people want to see it, so there's a lot of stuff in front of us. Where are you going to start? Give us the journey.
Well, we could start at the appetizers with our fresh tamales.
Okay, here you go.
It's a pork tamale. We hand cut the pork butts into small chunks, and then
Can we open that up?
Sure.
We open that up?
We make the dough, the masa dough, and we braise all the meat, the pork. We serve it with a salsa rojo in the middle. The meat is braised till it's super tender, and then we roll it in the masa dough, and then roll it in the corn husk, and then steam it, for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's falling apart tender.
Falling apart tender. Listen, I just dropped it. If you didn't see me drop it, I dropped it because it was so soft and tender in my hands. And that's a signature, right?
Yeah, it's one of our signature dishes. The street corn.
Okay, so this is another appetizer.
That comes in from a local farm in Bonita Springs called Farmer's Mike's. And we get that fresh. We husk it. We boil it for a little, just pre-boil it, husk it.
Is that popcorn?
It's popped sorghum.
Popped sorghum.
Yep.
Popped sorghum.
It's got a chipotle mayo on it.
If you want me to take a bite of this, just say it. If anyone, and I'm hoping someone says take a bite because I really do. Okay, so we have
and our beef empanadas.
Oh, we did have this. Anthony took a bite of this earlier. That's why we only have one left. All right, we're gonna have to open that. All right, you know what? Here you go.
So that's a braised beef brisket, and it's braised till it's super tender. We pull it and mix it with a cheese, Mexican cheese, and then wrap it in the dough and fry it.
Guys, listen.
Serve it with
Listen, I'm half Puerto Rican, okay? So let me tell you my experience with empanadas. A lot of times they're bubbly, with a lot of air, very doughy. I mean, that's packed. It's like a mini, just packed, meatful. I'm gonna have more of this margarita.
Yeah, we like to let people go home full.
Well, these are the sauces are these the sauces for the empanada?
Yeah.
Okay, I had some of this earlier. Anthony had some of this earlier too.
Hold on. People want you to take a bite of that corn on the cob.
Who are these people?
It's Guy Clark and JC.
Okay. Chef, can you hold this?
Sure.
All right, great. You have a napkin ready?
Yeah, I do.
In case he has a wardrobe malfunction.
Girl.
Off the chain.
Guys. Chef, go through this one more time. Oh, it has a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little
yeah.
bite to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, a little bite to it.
We try to, most of our food has a kick.
And that's
and we try not to go overboard with it, but just a nice kick for flavor, and
guys,
so you can taste the peppers.
Thank you for wanting me to do that, because I was going to do it regardless. That was absolutely delicious. And that's a signature Mexican dish. That's a signature Mexican appetizer. Okay, real quick, before we go leave these, what did you have again? You had the
pork tamale.
Pork tamale, okay.
The street corn.
Street corn.
And the beef empanada.
Beef empanada. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I'm already full. All right, where are we moving to next? Lead us to the water. Give us the journey.
Okay, we can do the tortilla soup. It's our signature soup.
Okay.
It's made fresh every day. We have some prep crew that comes in the day, and they work their tail off to make everything fresh. I mean, like Holly said, everything is scratch. Everything is.
What's in it? I don't have a spoon. Well, I do have a spoon.
It's tomatoes, peppers, red peppers, green peppers, poblano. There's our chicken tinga in there. There is braised chicken. It's pulled off the bone and shredded, and sour cream, and our tortilla. It's thickened with our corn tortillas that we make fresh here.
Here's a question: the sour cream is always kind of just blotted on the top. What's the right way to eat that? Do you mix it in? Do you blend it in?
I mix it in. I'm a big mixer.
Okay.
I love stuff mixed up.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're at Agave, Naples. We are previewing their Restaurant Week menu. Restaurant Week is May 31st to June 13th. $1 from every Restaurant Week cover sold is going to our Sizzle Southwest Florida FGCU Food and Beverage Scholarship. So you are dining with purpose. Always keep in mind, use the hashtag Dine with Purpose. Shout out to our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs, the Greg Norman collection at Miramar Outlets. Thank you to Don over there for providing us all this great gear. And again, we're at Agave in Naples. I can't even talk. I've been drinking a margarita. And we are with Chef. Tell us who you are again.
Chef Jim.
Chef Jim and Miss Holly, General Manager here at Agave Naples. And we just went through some of the appetizers. And what course are we going to next?
Our entree course would be, of course, our signature fajitas. We have a spicy cauliflower fajita.
Okay, so this is a vegan-vegetarian option.
Vegetarian option.
Beautiful. Tell us about that. Let all the vegan vegetarians know.
So we just take cauliflower and chop it up and spice it up, and it's spicy cauliflower. We roast it in the oven till it's tender. And then we
has a nice little char to it too.
Has a nice char. Caramelization is a lot of flavor there, and then just the peppers and onions, and we saute the peppers and onions and serve it on the sizzling
hot
platter.
And just so you guys know, I mean, the platters aren't sizzling hot. We just did photos of it, but and it was actually sizzling earlier. So me and Anthony have already started eating it. So we just went through the cauliflower fajita.
We have steak, which is the flat meat, and we
chop that up or move that around for everybody.
We get this in from a ranch in Nebraska. It's 1855 ranch. It's been around for that many years, and they do all cattle from the Midwest.
Beautiful.
And it's the flap. It's similar to skirt. And
beautiful skirt. So what for?
It's similar to it, but
similar skirt.
We're using flat meat.
Awesome. Just breaks down beautiful in your mouth.
It's tender.
And then signature fajita chicken.
Chicken is another option for the fajita. It's just marinated, brined, and grilled on a grill back there in the same way over the peppers and stuff. And then we have an Argentinian sausage option as well.
Argentinian sausage.
Yep.
That looks delicious. Actually, that is delicious. I actually had some. I had everything on this table. All right, so tell us about the Argentinian sausage option.
So it's just an Argentinian sausage that we do research and research out, and we get that in. We do not make it in house, but we bring it in so it's authentic to what we want, the flavors and everything. So. Yeah, so they're all served with flour tortillas,
flour
or fresh corn that we do make here in house.
And so there's a team of people that's making this in house every single day.
Yep. So we have a woman out front. I say out front, but she's in the dining room, and we make the batter, and she presses them and makes them right on the flat top, fresh,
delicious
every day.
Holly, you said, I know that you've been working in this industry here for a long time, but you're here at Agave and you say you love it here, you're stuck here. Why is it so special to you?
It's special. This place has a heart. It's an independently owned restaurant, and it has a huge heart. The kitchen and the people who are there, this restaurant has the highest level of integrity I've ever had the honor of working with. These people really want you to come. They really want you to eat great food. They really want you to enjoy yourself. That's a treat for someone who's been in this business for a really long time. It's awesome. A treat.
That's awesome. And on top of that, the food. So we just went through the fajita selection, went through some appetizers. Chef, where are we going next?
We should do the chicken enchiladas.
Chicken enchiladas.
Which are made in-house.
All right, look, guys, I'm sorry that it looks this way. I'm not sorry, actually, that it looks this way. It was so good that we started eating it. All right, go ahead. And Holly's going to break it down, and he's going to open it up a little bit for us. But
sure.
Tell us what we got.
So we use our chicken tinga. Again, this is the braised chicken. And then with a lot of spices and stock, and we pull it, and then we roll it into the fresh corn tortillas that we make in house, and it's just slathered through the sauce, and then the chicken's put in it, and we roll it
through the sauce.
Slathered.
Is like every foodie's that is the foodie vocabulary that we all want to hear.
Yeah,
slather through the sauce.
Once she makes the fresh tortillas, she goes into the kitchen that night, and she just gets the sauce on a big tray, and she slathers it through, and then puts the proper amount of meat in there, which is plenty to fill up on.
If there's any foodies watching and they hear slather through the sauce,
and then
they're making their reservations as we speak.
The fresh chili or salsa verde, and we make that in-house with the tomatillas and the peppers, jalapenos, and everything's got we try to make it the perfect kick, but sometimes jalapenos come in a little hotter in the summer.
Jalapenos come a little hotter, yeah.
But
I love it.
We try to adjust it and season it accordingly.
We did, and I know Guy's watching, and he'll probably put up a link or something, but we did have you ever heard of the Hot Chip Challenge? So we did that, and there's pictures, and it's all over Naples Daily News of we're sweating profusely, and we're crying, and we're eating ice cream, but if it's not as hot as that, we're fine.
We have a couple of things in our kitchen there that could put a little sweat on you. We have a habanero salsa we make here in house. That
habanero salsa.
It's got a nice kick.
Awesome. All right, so we just went through the enchilada.
Yep.
Delicious.
Enchilada.
I've had it. We've chopped it up. Okay, I'm gonna present the next one, guys. So they do a shrimp and grits. Okay, say what you want. Grits are grits. Shrimp and grits. I had it, and the manager asked me earlier, what's your favorite thing here? And I said the shrimp and grits, because I wasn't expecting it to be so good. So here it is. Now that I've given it that's why there's a spoon there, and it's dirty. All right, Chef, what do we got here? Shrimp and grits.
Okay, so the shrimp are local, fresh caught.
Okay.
Gulf shrimp. And basically saute those up and with the andouille sausage. It's a Cajun sausage. And then we use onions, peppers, and stock. Make the sauce.
Here's the real question. My question: why is the grits so good? Why is the grits at this Mexican restaurant so good?
we use stone ground grits that we get from. It's a local spice company, but they're not instant, so we actually cook them and then every day fresh.
Man, you got to get back to that. As he talks, you got to get back to that. Guys, listen, I know because on our Facebook group, we also have a Facebook group. It's our media side we call Where to Eat 239, and we were actually here for Cinco de Mayo, and people ask us, where's the best chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, because they always go hand in hand together. Guys, listen, I don't know where you think you go to get shrimp and grits. I would come to Agave, and I would at least give it a try.
Well, thank you.
For sure. I don't even know what else to say about that. We don't have to talk about anything else. We just ended. All right, but we can't do that. So we have shrimp and grits,
salmon that we bring in.
Okay, beautiful. I'll even move it to Anthony. Oh,
yeah. So it's a fresh salmon with a black bean corn relish with a citrus sauce on it. It's more like a kind of a citrusy beurre blanc. It's a Faroe Island salmon.
Ooh,
so it is raised in the ocean, and it's the only farm-raised salmon that you can get that's actually raised in its environment.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
it's a beautiful fish.
I mean, listen, the salmon looks good. It's really hard not to look at all the other items that are on this table. Holly, I had a question. We were talking earlier before we sat here. We were kind of just talking about food, and you said that it was flavor. Flavor is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And out of the, you worked at a lot of places. You ate a lot of places. I mean, this is Mexican cuisine. What about the flavors so unique here in Southwest Florida? Because during restaurant week, we want people to go out and try different foods, and
right.
especially, we don't have many of the ethnic cuisines because there's just not that many in general. So here it is.
I grew up, I guess, having a version of Americanized Mexican food, and that's what I thought it was.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people have a misconception of what true, fresh Mexican food is. But working in a lot of restaurants in this town, this is the freshest food I've ever worked with. It is every day. It is in the morning, waking up, crack of dawn to get these sauces done, and that is it's a luxury. It's a luxury for us to have this kind of food.
And the best thing, guys, for those that are following us, Restaurant Week is 3-course menus, 3-course dinners that start at $26 or $36. The food that we are looking at is a $26 menu. Amazing value that we have for Restaurant Week. Restaurant Week is May 31st to June 13th, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Media Springs, and also sponsored by the Greg Norman Collection at Miramar Outlets. $1 from every meal sold is going to our Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. We're here with Executive Chef Jim, General Manager Holly at Agave Naples. Anthony's behind the camera showing us some of this beautiful food. And we just finished with the salmon, Chef. Where are you going to lead us next?
Finishing up 3rd course dessert.
Okay.
We do have some sweet selections. All right. We have a tres leche that's made fresh.
And if you see that there's a bite on this cake, it's because Anthony took it.
So yeah.
Okay, I posted this before we even started this video. I posted this on my Instagram, and Mackenzie from Coast over there, she's the F&B at Coast, she said that I have to try this. It is an absolute home run. Tell us, tell us it's authentic, tell us about it. How do you guys do it?
It's authentic. It's just it's just a basic cake recipe, flour, eggs, baking powder. It's just a scratch cake. And then it has the tres leche milk that is soaked in after it comes out of the oven. And then we do a nice fresh vanilla whipped cream. Just a hint of vanilla, extract, but it's just a whipped cream topping on top.
Listen,
and, it's
Chef. I hope everyone's listening because I'm not. I'm eating. I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Probably have the best job I've ever had in my life. That was delicious. One more time. I'm sorry. Go again. Tres leches cake.
Tres leche cake.
Go focus on it.
It's pretty basic. It's pretty simple. It's just
But that's what makes it so good.
Cake batter that we actually we make it fresh. So it's the flour, it's baking powder. We mix it together.
Very cream, has that milky taste
to
it.
We bake it in the oven. When it comes out of the oven, we make the tres leche, which is just a milk, evaporated milk and coconut milk. Yeah.
For those that don't know, if you've never had tres leches cake, it's a sweet, spongy, fluffy, very perfect end to your meal type of dessert.
And it's just
very
fresh whipped cream on top.
Yep.
And that's it.
Awesome.
The sopapillas are just dough.
Sopapillas. I
basically
haven't had this too much, so if I haven't had it, I'm going to imagine that some of our viewers have it.
Yeah, it's just a simple dough,
okay.
And then we cut it into, wedges, and then we deep fry it. It takes about 5 minutes. It puffs up, and we put it in a powdered sugar and cinnamon, and we serve it with a chocolate sauce and a strawberry sauce that we make in-house as well.
We'll bring out upon request.
Oh, the honey? So honey is upon request.
Traditionally, it should be served with honey, I would think.
Honey, okay.
But a lot of people, we try to
And you said this is a house-made strawberry puree.
It is, yeah.
So this isn't something you're buying in a bottle. Just pouring it into.
No. We make it here in-house. We make the chocolate in-house, the chocolate sauce as well.
If you thought I wasn't gonna eat that, that's a lie. Dude, we're coming here for Restaurant Week. We've already talked about this. Okay.
You can enjoy your, I believe, a free margarita with dinner, right?
Yeah, we got margaritas. We're going to talk about those a little bit. Holly, one of the things we were talking about, and we talked about this as well, is this is the first year we've introduced our Sizzle Southwest Florida Scholarship. And, you know, working in the restaurants and being in the restaurants your whole life, why is something like that important? How big of an impact? Because you said this was also one of the reasons you came on board.
It was cultivating a generation, the next generation of hospitality workers for Naples. It is immensely important to the success of the entire culinary program down here. We have to have great service that and cooks that put together this show for the guests, and so it's hugely important.
That's awesome, and we're very thankful to have you guys on board. You know, hopefully Angelina's comes on board in the winter, but you know, for the most part right now, we want to focus on the great food that you guys have, the great culture, because you have a great culture here as well. Chef, one last time, going through this, what do we have one last time for those that are tuning in? Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. $1 from every Restaurant Week cover sold is going to our Food and Beverage Scholarship, which we were just talking about with, oh my God, just had Holly. Wow, I've been eating and drinking. And presented by Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs, and also the Greg Norman Collection. Shout out to Don at Miramar Outlets. Chef, one last time, let's run through this and let people see what the courses that you guys have to offer.
So the first course, you get a choice of the empanadas, the beef empanadas, the street corn.
Street corn.
With the
if you missed
chipotle
it earlier, I took a bite out of
and,
it and I
popped
melted.
sorghum. The pork tamale.
Okay.
And then entrees. Oh, the soup would be on that
here.
first course as well.
What soup is
That's
this?
a choice. Is it tortilla soup?
Tortilla soup.
Chicken.
Chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then entrees, you get a choice of fajita of your choice, either the sausage, the chicken.
So we have the Argentinian sausage.
Right. Yep. Grilled chicken.
Traditional grilled chicken.
Grilled steak.
Grilled steak, and the steak is from?
It's from a ranch in Nebraska.
Beautiful.
1855.
And then we have the vegan vegetarian option for those.
Yep. And then
which is
the cauliflower. And then we have the shrimp and grits on the menu.
Shrimp and grits, and we're over here with the shrimp and grits.
We have pan roasted salmon.
Okay, hold on. Don't want to move it too fast for everyone. The salmon, where's the
pan roasted salmon is Faroe Island salmon.
Okay.
It's with the salsa with corn and black beans and rice. And then for dessert, we have the tres leches.
Tres leches cake!
Or the sopapillas.
We're going to get that tres leches cake. And the sopapillas, we're going to get to that. What is that again? That is a fried dough.
That's just a fried dough with powdered sugar and cinnamon. And then the two sauces, chocolate sauce or strawberry sauce.
Beautiful. Chef, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been a pleasure. Holly, before we say bye, one last thing. What do you want to tell people to come in for Restaurant Week? Give them your one last pitch.
Come in to see us. We promise that we will give you the best experience that you could possibly have for Restaurant Week.
Awesome. And that's it. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Rafael Feliciano, Sizzle Southwest Florida Restaurant Week. Wow. SizzleRestaurantWeek.com to get a list of all the restaurants, all the menus, learn more about our scholarship when you're dining out during Restaurant Week. $1 from every menu sold is going to our scholarship. That's going to benefit local high school kids that are enrolled in going to FGCU in the Resort and Hospitality Program. We're wanting to make a difference. Use the hashtag Dine with Purpose, hashtag Sizzle SWFL, and we're going to eat. I got to get off here. I got to finish the margarita. I got to eat some more food. Holly, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rick.
We appreciate everything. Jim, thank you guys so much. Till next time, see you guys again.